right, are we on? Are we on? Yes, we are. No, we're not.
So here's the if game of the C division. We're going to bring you updates on the D division game. We're going to give you live updates and updates in the chat. We'll talk about that in a second. In the meantime, here is the if game. You notice the Pink Ladies are in the field. That means they are the home team again. Cleats and Cleavage is the visiting team. Swindler grounded out 4-3, and that'll bring up Williams now. And you're up to date.
Up to
Top
date.
of the first. Takes a walk.
Yeah, it's been an exciting afternoon here. We are in the third of 4 if games.
Wow.
So
that means that there was a D if game.
There is a D if game, and I will get to that in a second.
Williams at first, Kreitman. So it's Swindler, Williams, Kreitman, Garrett Hernandez, Toomey, Garcia, Valerio.
And if you all remember the celery tragedy from yesterday, I have a salad tragedy that I'm about to get into.
Oh, it looks tragic.
Yes, it is. I'm just going to eat the good stuff out of it.
I would. You're braver than I am. That looks pretty sad.
No.
The chicken looks okay.
The chicken, I'm going to eat the chicken. But.
And another one, back to back. So I will commend these Cleats and Cleavage after a heartbreaker. An intense game, one of the best we've had. An intense, heartbreaking loss. To come back with the patience to take 2 leadoff walks. So it's 2 on, nobody out, 1 out. And Garrett Hernandez now.
And again, hey, Brad, hey.
Hey, now do a job.
Hard shot deep into the outfield. Hard shot. 1 run is coming around. Here's the play. And out at the plate on a beautiful relay. Oh, my. Oh, my. Jerry Coleman would hang the star on that one. My goodness. Williams cut down at home for the second out.
I sit quietly while Roman hits that because there's nothing I can add to it. I think you had it all.
I mean, wow.
Great throw.
What a relay.
Great tag.
The outfielder slid to stop the ball, came up with it, fired it up, and then the throw. And then the presence of mind from the catcher to grab the ball and apply it with the runner bearing down.
And then to get up and look ahead, to look at where the ball is, to make sure no one's advancing to third.
Oh, my goodness. So Garrett Hernandez is retired at second for out number 3. As Toomey hits into a fielder's choice as the play goes 5-4. And wow, just wow.
I'm going to steal from one of my favorite movies, Little Giants.
Okay.
And Momentum has a new address. And I think it's the Pink Ladies right now.
So, believe you could
for
be
everybody,
correct.
Here's the quick update.
Let's give it.
Due to some delays in timing, we are set up logistically on one field. So
because of things like if games.
And things like that.
And triple overtime.
And things that extend. So the C game was delayed, as you know, which pushed the D game to another field because we must be off of out of the complex by a fixed time. So the update for the Austin SWAT Knoxville Fusion game. Knoxville Fusion won that D game 13-3, pushing them to an if game. They are about to start the D if game, and we will give you updates along the way, hopefully on the half inning. If I can get that manager to text me what I need, so we'll
go and get them.
We'll go and get them to keep all of you people who are waiting patiently for Austin and Knoxville. Sorry, this is out of our control here at Cloud Sports Network. But we will do our best to keep you looped into what's happening.
Meanwhile, it is Jessica, Tracy DT, Monet, Kimmy, Kiara. Ground ball in through. So Jessica's getting it aboard.
Wide turn there.
So lead out single for Jessica. These Pink Ladies seem to pick up where they left off. It took them a long time to get started.
We have a new blue behind the plate.
That is Van Tucker out of New Orleans. Hard shot left field. That's going to drop. And Jessica will get to second. Tracy aboard with a single to put runners at first and second. Nobody out. And DT batting in the number 3 spot. Number 55 comes in. After DT, it'll be Monet and then Kimmy. Hard shot, first base. Off the glove and kneecap. That's going to go into outfield.
We have a
Jessica's
Pink Lady coming
gonna run
around.
third and come and score. Tracy will get to third. DT will be aboard with the RBI single.
And is that first blood?
That is.
Hey, Bonnie, what you thinking about the Pink Ladies right now?
No kidding. And if you're watching, we want to know who you're rooting for. And there are a lot of you watching, so we want you to sound on. Monet hits a shot into left field. That one is going to drop. No, going to be caught. Check that. Tracy will score. DT will advance to second, so 2 runs come across now. That salad really has seen what it is.
I believe that would be what we call the refrigerator at the hotel. Freezing it and then defrosting it in a way. Oh, wide throw here from Cleats.
DT is going to take advantage of that and get all the way over to third. That was a hard throw. Hard play to make.
Now as a coach, what do you do? In this case, if you are the coach of Cleats.
If I'm the coach of the Cleats and Cleavage, I just tell my catcher to get out there and just remind everybody that it's the second inning and first inning and just calm everybody down. Ground ball into the glove of the first baseman, nobody to throw it to, so she tosses it over to first to get the shore out and holds everybody in their place. So good job. Nobody to throw to at second base, so she had
Yeah,
for me,
it's the same thing. Say it's either the catcher or somebody just to calm everybody down. Take a deep breath. You got this.
That was Kiara. This is Laura, who factored into the heroics in the last game.
And Laura wants to send a shout out to her kids, Erin, Emily, and Jack, who we hope are watching.
Two outs, 2 on, 2 in.
First blood on Pink Ladies. They just keep it going right now. We'll see what happens with Cleats and Cleavage when they get up. That's the third out. So we're coming to the end of the first.
And we're back now as Garcia Valeria sends a fly ball into the outfield. Out number 1 for number 12, Garcia Valeria. That'll bring up Dark Chapel. Number 6. So it's Garcia Valerio, Dark Chapel, and Murgatroyd.
Or Megatron, as I would like to call him.
Followed by Harris, number 18. And then a sub from the last game. We'll see some action in this one. Ground ball to shortstop, and almost legged it out.
Is your favorite batter? Yes, she is still in the
Coming up, yeah. Couple of batters away, though, as Murgatroyd steps into the box trying to murderate the ball.
Sorry, I had to give that a little giggle. Just wants her family to know she loves you very much.
Ground ball again to the shortstop. Fires all the way across the diamond, and another fantastic throw from that shortstop. 6-3 for out number 3, the Central Florida Pink Ladies. Not going quietly into that good night.
No,
Somebody
they
forgot
are
to
not.
tell them.
That they weren't supposed to win. Yes, they found their swing. They didn't have it at the beginning of this that first game, but it seems to be in. Their defense was always pretty sound and static, but right now it's the CC bats have got a little cold, so I feel a voodoo bat dance coming on their end, and we're gonna effort to go out and double check what's happening over on that D game if it has started. I think they were taking a break, or a bio break as I like to call it, between the games, giving people enough time to go and do that. And they were going to set up. So we will keep the information flowing as much as we can on what's going on that D championship if game.
It has been an intense game. That last game, it looked like Cleats and Cleavage was in command the whole way, but Pink Ladies kept coming back one bat at a time. Ground ball to third, and all the way across the diamond. What a solid throw.
Yes, it did. Cleats and Cleavage came out like gangbusters. We talked about it. They were pracked. They were warmed up, even though they hadn't played. And then their bats kind of went cold.
So Mayo is out on the play that goes 5-3 for out number 1. That'll bring up Amanda, who was a sub in the last game. Comes in now. Takes the ball. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire is Ben Tucker from New Orleans. Called strike there for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Climbs the ladder on that one, does the pitcher. Sends a shallow ball into right field. That one's going to drop and kind of gum in and out of the glove of the right fielder, so Amanda's safe at first.
A little slight hesitation there from the right fielder on that ball. Not sure it was going to come. She started to come in and then realized she needed to accelerate a lot more to even have a chance on it. Pulling up and letting it hit. Cleaner way to do this versus diving on the corners.
That'll bring up number 21, Nikki. So it's a pair of Nicks. Nikki and then Nicole.
There's also, I think...
Ground ball kind of went out ahead of that one. So the pitcher, my goodness!
Wow.
Hang a star on that. Acrobatic play by the pitcher to change her momentum mid-air and fire a strike over to the covering shortstop for the out.
That was
My
amazing.
goodness.
Her momentum is taking her to that easy play at first, but getting that lead runner, turn, spin, and make that play.
That was a fantastic play. Keeps the force in play. Pops it up. Second base, she's calling for it, and that's the out.
Question. That's something that people who played together for a while, I think, would know how to do. Something like that, I don't know that I would expect as a shortstop for that ball to be coming to me unless I knew that pitcher worked that way.
Right. So that's one of those things that we always teach in our team is ball, base, backup.
Got it.
So you go for the ball if you can get the ball. If you can't go to the ball, you go to get your base and you stand there expecting the ball.
Right.
And then if you don't have a base to go to or the play is past you, you back it up. And that's what everybody did there. They went to their ball, and they weren't going to get to the ball, and they went to backup. So you saw the second baseman running in, thinking that was going to be her ball. It wasn't. The pitcher got it. And then everybody went to their base. Ball, base. That'll bring up Jessica.
Ball base back up.
No, not Jessica.
Number 18.
That'll bring up Harris. It'll bring Harris, Breed, Robledo, and then Schlumberger.
Again, she wants to. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying that they've got a lot of fans on Facebook right now.
Yep, who are cheering them on. So right now, Harris wants to give a shout out to her grandmother. Going back to that.
Ground ball, shortstop up with it is the shortstop. So Harris is retired, 6'3". Bottom first?
Bottom one.
Bottom one.
All right, breaking news.
And fires a single.
All right, so we got a lot of action happening in both fields right now.
That's number 7 then, Schlumberger.
Best name here at the tournament, I think?
Best name in softball.
I have to tell you that with a last name Bug like mine, you're used to a lot of interesting name choices. So we'll have to talk to her about how many burger names she was.
And there's a single into the no man's land as Breed Robledo gets the second, and a well done Schlumberger gets to first base. We'll see if she can fry around the bases.
Oh yeah, we'll go with that one.
Daly Malenik steps into the box now with runners at first and second and one out. Line drive, left center field. That one's going to drop in.
Oh,
and Schlumberger does a head first side to second base to make sure she was safe. And it's a smart play because that left center fielder was coming up throwing. Unfortunately, came up before she had the ball. And so there was a little bit of a bobble, but she had to go in head first. So Breed Robledo is safe at third, Schlumberger at second, and Staley Malenik gets to first. And now the Cleats and Cleavage is coming on here with one out, and the base is full of Cleats and Cleavage. That'll bring up Swindler, trying to steal a run.
She is just sort of an FYI. She is the team MVP and an awesome leadoff batter. That is coming from her coach.
Grounded out last time and takes a strike. How wisely lays off of that.
You can see these pitchers are going back to the high and the mix-up pitch.
Gets the fly ball she was looking for to bring in that run. Will it be enough?
Just advancing the runner.
There's going to bring her in. And there's the first run for Cleats and Cleavage.
Cleavage.
Cleavage? Is that what I said?
I think you said Cleavage, but it's
I'm
okay.
not sure what that is.
It's like Bueller. Cleavage.
Yeah. 2 outs now. Runners at first and second. That is Schlumberger and Staley Malenik, respectively, and Williams in the box.
Williams just wants to say hi, Kendall. I wish you were here. Back to Kendall from the last game. Exciting times for Kendall. Oh, and she takes that walk.
All of those pitches were low. So Williams works a bases loaded walk, or works a walk to load the bases for Kreitman, who singled in her last at bat in the first. So now 4 balls in a row now.
She is an ASANA championship veteran.
Line drive right at the second baseman. Hit it hard, but right at somebody. So LD4 is out. Number 3 is recorded. 1 run comes across for Cleats and Cleavage, and it's 1-2. Got ourselves another close game here as we head into.
And Cleats basically are getting their Cleats are totally getting their bats back a little bit at a time. They were mid, but we'll see. Do we have somebody here who isn't enjoying our punness?
I just heard some. That's the funnest thing I think I've heard because this game is tight and it's close, and it's the same two teams that played in the championship game. We just had somebody say, well, aren't they just replaying the first game?
No, we are
No,
not.
this is the if game. We got a whole bunch of people watching. We love it.
We're looking for updates from the other field.
This is softball at its finest. We are so thrilled.
And again, the Pink Ladies would also like to do a shout out to the missing players who aren't here with them. Lacey, looks like Lacey Lou.
Fly ball, left center field. As Tracy flies out to lead off the third. Out number 1, that'll bring up Tracy, number 12. Ground ball,
See what's
third
happening.
base. No, shortstop fires it over, but she had enough time to get it. That ball was not hit hard enough for the
Nope.
shortstop to get it. The third base was the only one who had a chance to get it. Just skipped under the glove. Gonna pull a little rank here. The Pink Ladies got into this game by virtue of a defeat over the What Had Happened Was team, a team from a league near and dear to my heart. As DT fouls one off out and by the beer truck. What Had Happened Was had a fantastic tournament,
Yes, they
fantastic World Series, and takes home the third place trophy. So congratulations to America's Finest City Softball League.
And what happened was,
And what happened was, ground ball shortstop goes down to get it. Could be 2. Fires over to first after covering, and that is out number 2 as the play goes 6-3.
so we got a
Tracy
2-1 game here.
We do have a 2-1 game as we head into the top of the 4th. Second verse, same as the first.
Exactly. This one's moving along, and again,
Yeah.
I really, really want to work my Little Giants reference in again, depending on who gets the momentum. Other than, it's a throw to Johnny. Wait a minute, I'm Johnny. No, you can't pitch to Johnny. I'm Johnny. Using a little foosball knowledge there.
Foosball.
Little fancy foosball knowledge on my part, working it into our softball. So, what are people on the Facebook saying here? Other than, what's the score of Austin SWAT game? How am I doing, America?
Well, we've got lots of folks. Jules Murgatroyd is saying, way to go, Alina. So that's good.
There you go.
Got some family love going on there.
Our batter, Kylie Garrett Hernandez, is up.
Lots of folks cheering folks on.
Nice, long.
So we're just going to give you. We appreciate all of the taps and everything. What we're going to encourage you to do as you're watching along is to tag the people that you're cheering on. So if you're if you're a fan of Murgatroyd or Schlumberger or anybody else, Garrett Hernandez, Treitman, whoever,
Toomey.
Toomey, tag them in your comment so that they can be notified that they've been tagged, and so they can come back and find this game easily enough. So that way they'll be able to find it when they come back and watch to the ASANA Facebook page. Because we'll have done by the time we're done about 10 games for them, so it'll be kind of easier for them to be able to track it down. So Toomey flies out. Route number 2. That brings up Garcia Valerio. Gets underneath
Up and
that one
under, yeah.
to left center field. And that's out number 3. So quick 1-2-3 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Still a tight ball game. 2-1.
Pink Ladies, dos. Cleats and Cleavage, uno.
C.
Heading off in
Ustedes
the
es Hablamos muy español.
Sí. No. Just trying to get some numbers in there. I do, I've got my babble going and I can do the numbers.
So our umpire crew for this game is Ben Tucker, Charles Urick, and Sam Bird. We're going to go fetch another update. That's a nod to the team in Southern California, Go Fetch.
Go Fetch. That would be Long Beach.
Yeah.
That is
Sherm's
Surf
team.
and
Surf
Sun.
and Sun.
Surf and Sun softball.
And
Hey,
the
Sherm.
indefatigable Sherm.
That's true.
Monet smacks a shot that will not split the gap, but cause the right center fielder to have to come over to cut it off. Monet is aboard with a single to lead off the bottom of the fourth.
Pink Ladies are kind of in a much better state right now. And that last game right about here, they were here but not here. They were a little down. Right now, they're riding pretty high.
Kimmy takes a strike now. Here's the pitch. Sends that one foul, and that's going to be a K for out number one. We've got a new update coming in, so stay tuned. That'll bring up Kiara. So Kiara steps in now with a runner on and one out. Takes a ball. Takes another ball, lands, it hits the plate, and in the USA softball code, that is a ball every time.
Sorry, I am multitasking my butt off.
No, you're good. There's a strike on the outside corner, full count now.
Just holding off on this one.
So Kiara will step out of the box, think about it for a minute with the runner on first. 3-2 with one out. Ground ball, shortstop, fields it cleanly, fires over to second, and the relay is not going to be in time. So give us an update, Roz.
All right, we have an update right now from that D Division IF game. It appears Fusion is ahead 7-3. We believe it is the top of the fourth.
And Fusion is currently at bat.
Fusion is currently at bat. But as of right now, that is the breaking score. We will keep you posted whenever we can get an update. I will try and get one. This is their D Division IF game. Thanks for that prompt there. I know it's hard to keep track of it.
2 IF games back to back. 1 in C, 1 in D. We couldn't bring them to you both.
That's for future. That's the future Cloud Sports Network coverage.
2.0.
Travel truck.
Well, with folks like ASANA believing in us and all of the other organizations, Sin City and Naga, and all of the support that we've gotten from all of the various organizations, we have been very blessed to be put in a position of trust, and we're hoping that Cloud Sports Network 2.0 will be able to broadcast 2 fields at the same time. It just requires a little more manpower, a little more woman power.
There you
more
go.
People
power. A little people power. That's the plan.
People power. Technology is there. We'll be able to upgrade. Do more graphics on the fly and like planes flying through and dogs barking, that kind of thing.
I think they're working on letting the dogs out over here on Cleats and Cleavage. I could not. Could completely not miss it because I've got dogs barking on my left ear. And they're over here trying to rally, knowing that they need to start hitting.
Dogs are wanting to get out. Dark Chapel steps into the box now. Ground ball right back to the pitcher as that ball was designed to do. Low, flat, outside pitch. That's going to come back to you every time, or at least That's what you hope it does
As,
for a full hitter.
as a pitcher, that's what you're going to serve up.
Murgatroyd steps into the box, and for all of the love I give Schlumberger for her name and having the best name in all of softball, Murgatroyd might just be the second best name in all of softball.
It's memorable.
It's good. It's straight up good.
Yeah.
Line shot to left field. Lots of topspin on that, so it died once it got out there. And Murgatroyd gets aboard. That'll bring up Harris.
I think it was the love you just gave her name.
Might have been.
Pushing that right over the top.
Great. Those hands came through the zone. Right fist over, up, and then over and through the zone. Those hands flipped over, and that topspin just moved that ball straight down. Not a lot of topspin on that one. Fly ball into right center field. That's going to be in the glove of the right center fielder, and it's F9 for out number 2. That'll bring up Breed Robledo, who came off the bench, singled, and then scored. Number 17 with a runner at first. 2 outs. Who are you rooting for? Facebook, let us know.
All right.
We gotta hear it.
Becky wants to send a shout out to Varo, Emmy, Caleb, and Frank Reyes. Just a big high.
Fly ball right
big
field.
shut up.
And it's in the glove.
But that's a great placement. I'm saying if you're going to do that, that's a great shot. Right down the line, right field.
Right. Because depending on where that right fielder is playing, if they're playing you not to do that, they're shading over far
Towards
off
the
the
middle,
line. They're going to have to run a
drop
mile, and then what's going to happen?
Move it over.
Yeah, I mean the ball's going to drop in.
The ball's going to drop in right there.
And probably get through.
And
everybody's going to be running.
Yeah, it depends. She's going to cut that off. We have experienced players out here. They're going to cut that off on the run. But if that ball drops, we are getting people moving. We are getting people around and possibly getting that score that Cleats and Cleavage really needs.
Well, Denise and Crispy Spellman and Easton Henriksen are saying you're doing a great job.
Why, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, Double D, are we set for tomorrow? League set up. She's our new D commissioner in Los Angeles.
Outstanding.
So Easton's here. Thanks, Easton.
Let's go, Pink Ladies. That's what Kathy is saying. Here comes Mayo now from the Pink Ladies. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Broadcasting here from the ASANA Softball World Series. Station identification. This is Cloud Sports Network. Takes the ball on the inside.
So before this is over, I do want to give a shout out, if I can, of my own.
Yep.
Before this game is over.
I did, so go ahead. This is a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. I want to thank a good friend of mine who helped sponsor the Hall of Fame dinner the other night. And that's Maria Gallegos from Equifax. And Equifax is a great supporter. I had a quick conversation with her. She said, let me know what you need. And came through for us and helped put on that great event.
Fantastic event. So thank you, Equifax. That was a beautiful, beautiful night.
I think it's important to support the people who helped build the spaces we get to play in now. And that's part of the honoring of people at the Hall of Fame, through the Hall of Fame.
Honoring a legacy so you can better prepare for the future.
Exactly. And also understanding that it's not about being stuck in the way things used to be, but you need to understand your history so that you can move forward.
Right. That's a little tap foul from Nikki.
Oh!
Amanda. Right.
And she didn't jump back.
No. So Mayo flew out, grounded out for the pitcher, and then Amanda flew out to right field, and now Nikki takes a strike, call, looking, out number 3. So thank you, Equifax, as we kind of put a button on that.
Thank you.
For your support to the ASANA 20th Anniversary Hall of Fame dinner and induction ceremony. One of the more diverse classes we've seen in a while.
Yes, exactly. And diverse in a couple ways, because it feels like at times all the people who are in the Hall of Fame are more the people who aren't so much just the players on the field, but they've set up the organizations. There are a lot of commissioners. In this case, we had a lot of players, people who've done both, people who are actively playing, and leaders, or people who have been playing here at this event for years, who are being recognized by their cities. And the thing about the Hall of Fame is, again, this is not a delegate thing. This is a host city or a city can nominate people for the Hall of Fame. And it is one of the few things that only Hall of Famers vote on. And they vote even on what is written about the player and what makes them special.
Right.
And that's why I think the Hall of Fame is a very important place, because, again, people who haven't been here but were part of building this understand what it takes. So they look at what comes in and try and make their votes based on that. They don't have to know somebody. They're just reading the material and moving from there.
And Schlumberger will live to fry another day. And she
Everyone's
found them.
looking for Schlumberger right now to put one in. I'm looking for to not have a nothing burger, but
To serve one up.
to serve one up is a good way.
Singled in her first at bat in the inning, and that one just a bit high.
Not sure what's happening here.
Fly ball. Foul.
Could be a foul ball. She's trying to push that down the line there.
Yep. So Staley Malenik will come up now as the bottom of the order, and then we flip over to Swindler. We're in the top of the 6th inning here. This game is moving right along. Pops it
Off
up.
the handle.
And there's out number 2.
Pink ladies are hanging tough, but I can tell you, Cleats and Cleavage, they are here, and you can hear them. They are really trying to focus and effort and being positive that they can go through. This is a one-run game. This is not a blowout.
No, not at all. And it's
And as we saw in the last game, team
it can
came
happen,
back at
it
the
can
last
turn on a
minute.
dime. Line shot left center field, right at her. So Swindler 0 for 3 in this game. Out number 3. That'll bring up Williams, Kreitman, and Garrett Hernandez in the 7th when we come back to the Cleats and Cleavage. But for now, the Pink Ladies clinging to a 2-run lead as we head into the bottom of the 2nd. Pink Ladies are the home team. Cleats and Cleavage are the visiting team. So we're in the bottom of the 6th inning now. Just 1 inning left to go, 1.5 left to go. Again, our umpire team, Ben Tucker from New Orleans, Charles Urich, he's the rabbit over there at third, and at second base is Sam Burge from Dallas.
Now, we've seen Sam and we've seen Mr. Urich this week, earlier this week.
Behind home plate, yeah. But
Yes,
this is
we
our
have.
first chance to visit with Mr. Tucker behind home plate. Seems to have a pretty traditional strike zone.
Yep. Wait to see what happens. All right. Now, we just heard
Blue
that.
Ducks.
I think it might. But here's the point. Pink Ladies coach, number 25. Just want to make a shout out there. Nicole, she has her fans watching at home. Stacy and Kelly and Waylon. Kayla, Steph and Tennille. You know what? That was a nice, solid swing.
That brings up Jessica. She's 1 for 2. Scored a run early in the first. Flew out to left center in the 3rd. There's another fly ball left center. That's going to drop and get away from her. She's rounding first, heading to second. Here comes the throw. No, she lost her footing and is heading back.
She also thought thought about that for a hot second.
Yeah.
Came around, but it was a nice recovery in the outfield there.
Let's get it now!
We're going to try to get another update on that D Division if game soon.
We hear a
As
lot of
we
noise
send
coming
Western
from
Union
the other
over
side. We can hear some noise happening on that side of the park, so
So it's either a conclusion or a comeback.
or both. I mean,
That
both
could
those
be,
teams
yeah.
can swing it, so we'll see what happens with that. All right.
All right, let's do it, Tony.
Little ball exchange there.
Pink Ladies are ahead by 1.
This is a tight ball game. This defense has been legit.
And coming in, it's depending on what happens here. We could be
Ground
at the
ball,
top of the
pitcher.
second.
Could be 2, gets the short, gloves it, no time for the second.
Fast runner there.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh!
No, no, no. They're going to say that.
Oh, we see some. They'd like to have a quick conversation with that umpire.
I'm not sure that that's what's happening. I think what's happening is they're just having a chat with the player. So I think what the call was there is that the ball was not there at the time the player was. And DT comes up with a bomb to left center field. Rounding first is going to be Jessica. She's coming home to score. Right behind her is Tracy. She's going to score.
2 more runs for the Pink Ladies as they
Take a 4-1 lead.
bump it up. And that play,
DT will stay at second. And now, how big was that call at second?
huge, huge. But I would say that I think that the footwork that happened there around trying to catch that ball was what gave them the heads up. Because basically she had the ball, didn't have the ball, hit the base without the ball. Oh, here we go. Hitting the fence. That battery's out.
Monet with the
Silver
K.
runner on second. Pink Ladies grabbing 2 there.
So we got another update from the D Division. We're going to give that to you in a second as Kimmy gets aboard with a single. DT moves over to third. That'll bring up Kiara with runners at the corners and 2 outs.
All right, breaking news on that D Division game. We're checking the inning, efforting on the inning, but right now, Knoxville Fusion 9, Austin SWAT 4.
Tie ball game there in that if game.
In the no, not tie. 9-4.
No, tight.
Oh, tight, yes.
Line drive into left field. Left center fielder makes a great catch, running over to go and snag it with the one outstretched glove. So 2 runs come across on the big shot by DT, but she gets stranded at third, out number 3. We're heading to the 7th, top of Cleats and Cleavage, trailing here 4-1.
And this is where they have got to do something. This is it for them.
So now, Pink Ladies are 3 outs away from double dipping and taking home that trophy.
Almost the same
Scenario.
area. Almost the same scenario. So we'll see what happens.
You know what?
I know that-
You're 100% right. It was
5
they were
to
up by
3.
3.
Mhm.
Was it 2 or 3? They were up by
It
2.
was 2. It
Yeah,
was 2.
5-3 in the last inning, last game. So a little bigger mountain to climb, but not by much.
No, and we know these guys can hit.
And
That's-
Cleats and
they-
Cleavage
they
put
were
up
not,
a 4 spot in their first inning.
Yep, they were not
in the last game.
Not undefeated.
No.
So the team knows this is it. Pink Ladies coach, however, has said that if they win, he's taking everyone out to dinner.
On him.
So I'm hoping that
he didn't
includes
specify
us.
where. I mean,
That's
that
true.
could be
We
rallies.
could be driving through the Sonic,
Right, or McDonald's or Five Guys
Yeah,
or any of
good
the other
point.
burger places.
which we're back to burgers.
Speaking of,
Ball's
Williams
down. Ball's down.
gets
She's-
one in, and she is aboard with a big meaty hit. And we're off to the races. Kreitman comes up. 2, 3, and 4.
Again, ASANA World Series veteran. She knows what she needs to do.
And to get a 3-run rally going. Line drive over the glove of the shortstop. So Williams will get to second. And Kreitman gets to first with nobody out. And pardon me if you've seen this movie before.
Well, if you saw, she sort of turned and placed that ball in that
right where
direction.
she wanted it to go.
Exactly where she wanted, with just enough oomph to get it over. Not weak, solid.
Yeah, right. And a good outstretched glove by the shortstop to get there. That'll bring up Garrett Hernandez with runners at first and second. Facebook, I hope you haven't turned this game on. Here's the pitch. Inside. I just can't stand it.
I'm just watching. We have, she shakes her head, yes, it was a strike. She agrees with that.
Pops
It's
that one
up and
up,
over.
but a good hard shot. It's going to go into the glove of the left center fielder. I thought that one might have burned her.
Yeah.
So a fly ball, 1 out is recorded. Great job by that left center fielder to come over and get that. Left fielder had to turn around and go after it. Left center fielder took a better route on it, so that'll bring up Toomey. Runners at first and second, 1 out, Toomey, and then Garcia Valerio.
Runners are there, runners are there.
Garcia Valerio is the tying run. Sorry, Toomey is the tying run.
Been here before. This is a team that's been here before.
Yeah.
They
We were
won't
here
press. Yeah, they won't
an hour
press. They'll.
And there's a line shot. That one's going to drop in. Will it be enough to score Williams? They're going to hold her there. We have seen this movie before. Bases loaded. Just 2 outs left to play with. Tying run is at second. Go-ahead run is at first. Garcia Valerio is in the batter's box. Bases loaded. They're going to have a little conference on the mound just to cool everything down and make sure everybody knows what the situation is.
Just to break up a little momentum, too. As a catcher, I would do that occasionally. Back in the old days.
Yeah. This is the championship game. You've got bases loaded with a legit Cleats and Cleavage team at the plate. Takes a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 down. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Takes outside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And I think
Nowhere
we've
to
seen
put her.
this, too.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taken all the way.
That's a strike. That was definitely a strike right in there.
No wait here. Here's the pitch, and that's dropped in.
Takes
Low.
that.
Lost the release point on that, and Williams will come around to score
So we got 4-2.
run number 2. But more importantly, it puts the tying run in scoring position. Dark Chapel.
No pressure at all. Let's go.
A little deep. 2 balls.
Yeah.
3 balls.
Feels like the Cleats team is sitting and waiting.
Cleats and Cleavage. Working.
You've been here before. Let's go. Do the job.
Bases loaded for Cleats and Cleavage. And another.